What message is he sending? I'm killing you in practice, but we still get along, right?
I mean, the message he's sending is, listen, I'm going to work you. The only thing I'm guaranteeing is I'm going to work you. And every player expects that in pre-season. They expect to be pushed. You know, it's always about, and everybody's different. You know, some guys can run longer than others. Some guys can run faster than others. But you've kind of got to, you can't just blast everybody with the same thing and expect them all to be able to do it. And what is it, a competition? I mean, you know, I'm all for working your players hard in pre-season. We all understand that you have to do it. It has to be done. I just don't care, regardless of how many trophies the guy's won. I don't see what good it does you to run the guts out of your players. I don't understand that.
Do you understand it, Luis?
Yes, I do. A little bit I do. I think that preseason have become a little bit more like a show to try to do and get some money from tours. And we forget that this is the only chance that the players got to build up what is going to be a very long season. You cannot play, you cannot train during the week, during the season. A very good training of running or of strength. It doesn't matter the way that you look for it. This time we've seen 42 runs up and down. It's around 5 kilometers. It's not that much. I know that it's at the start of the season. It doesn't matter if you do it making rounds or you do it on the golf course, running for half an hour or 45 minutes. This is the only time that they're going to have to start building a strong stamina for the rest of the season. They're not going to have much time. So I totally understand. Is this the way of Conte? That's the way, but I don't think that is a bad situation. They need to understand that, and I'm sure that they are happy because of that.
Now, I go back to yesterday's discussion that we had. Would I like it when I was a player? No, and I said that. I would not, but I'm not a player. And I don't work for Antonio Conte. But this is his methods, and it has been, and this is what I tried to say yesterday, this is his methods, and this has been successful. Now, if you have a methodology of working and you have fitness coaches, a lot of the people behind the scenes, and your method has been successful, as it was at Juventus, as it was at Chelsea, as it was at Inter. In some sense, his fitness has been successful at Tottenham because his remit when he came in was getting the top four. He did. Now, do you change that method to try something else, or do you do and continue down the fitness road of what's been successful for you? So I don't understand what the problem is when you go and ask Juventus players, you go and ask Inter players, you go and ask Chelsea players at the time what it was like to work under this guy, but they all had success. Whether we agree with it or not, this is how Antonio Conte operates. And it has been successful. Now, if things are not successful and continue to be unsuccessful, then you have to change. But he's had success doing this. And that's why I don't understand it's such a problem.
Stevie, anything to add to that?
I don't believe that you have to go to such an extreme. That's my point. You know, you.
But it's not.
I mean, how's the recovery? You know, yeah, we're talking about recovery, right? Do you want to train every day, or do you want to train every 3 days? Because if you're doing 3 a day and your third session consists of 42 runs up and down the pitch, I'll tell you what, you ain't getting an awful lot out of anybody the following day.
But he's not worried about the following day. He's worried about the following 6 months.
Hey, he thinks it works. He
doesn't think it works. He knows it works.
I personally, I think it's the wrong thing to do. I think you're opening yourself up to getting players injured for a start. So I just don't. Right. He should be able to find a better way of getting them fit than just running the guts out of them.
But this is his way, and I'm sure he's not just come up with this off his own bat. He's got fitness instructors, Stevie, that give him advice. Let's look at the facts. When he went into Inter, when he went into Juventus,
I don't disagree. I don't disagree that his methods work.
Well, what's
I
the
have
problem
never
then?
disagreed with your point that his methods work. I disagree
Right.
that that's how he goes about it, because you don't need to do that. I wouldn't, as a player, respect it for somebody just to run the guts out of me. Yes, I expect to be worked hard, but I do not expect the guy just to take the mickey and run me till I'm on my knees and somebody needs to carry me to my bed. I don't call that proper training.
I don't think that's the case. I mean, he was super successful at Juventus, and the players didn't jump ship on him because he was, maybe one or two, but he was there for years and he built a bit of a legacy there in Turin. And then you look at the progress that each team have made. Inter were fourth when he went in with 69 points. The next year they finished second with 82. The next year they won with 91. So there's a gradual progress. The same at Chelsea. They were all right. They were a better team than that, but they finished 10th. But the squad were in a bit of disarray. There's always a gradual progress, and he's a big guy in fitness. Now, we go back to other things, Stevie, like, the throw-in coach at Liverpool, which sparked a big debate amongst people. And people thought, this is daft. But Jurgen Klopp doesn't think it's daft to have a throw-in coach. Antonio Conte doesn't think it's daft to be extra serious in fitness.
That's a completely different thing.
Well, no,
it's not. It's a completely different thing.
It's not. It's a manager's
It's a completely
view.
different thing. He's overstepping his boundaries by running the players to the spewing and they can't stand. Hey, please tell me how that is a good idea.
Listen.
Please tell me.
You're missing the point. It's his methodology.
Everybody's done the pitch runs. And I'll tell you what, 42 on the third session of the day.
Yep.
Listen,
we have to wrap it up, guys.
Well, one second. It's not a different point.
This is got, I'll show you. I'll tell you what, there you go. This has got not that I know what I'm doing. This has got, I'm in charge, you're going to do this, and I don't care. Get it done, or else you're out.
And
that's great coaching.
And it's been successful. And to a point, it's about a manager's view of how his...
Well, I heard you the 10th time you said he's been successful, and I haven't disagreed with you. I don't care if he's been successful. This has got nothing to do with the welfare of the players. This has got, I'm the big man, I'm in charge, I don't care what it is, you do it, and that's it. What do you call that? That's not coaching.
Well, he is in charge, and he lives and dies by how his players react to him. It's just how different managers do it differently. As I say, we'll go back to the Liverpool thing. It's not running the players, but when somebody tells you there's a throw-in coach, most people go, what? But Jurgen Klopp, one of the most successful coaches, thinks that this team needs it. Yep. Now, whether we agree or not...
Throwing coaching and running the guts out of them's got nothing to do with each other.
But it's a philosophy.
Nothing to do with each other.
It's a philosophy to try and make your team better. And Antonio Conte thinks the fitness aspect of his teams make his teams have an extra edge and are better. It's a different way of looking at it.
We have to wrap it up, guys. You'll have a chance. You'll have a chance to talk more.
This is running the guts out of people just to show who's in charge. That's a great way to run things, isn't it?
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.